Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode today's corporate secrets and let you know what is really going on today. We are diving into Veritex Holdings Incorporated's recent filing. Spoiler alert, it involves a major change in ownership, so buckle up for some big news. Before we dive too deep, if you appreciate getting straight, easy to understand insights from these dense corporate documents, make sure you subscribe. And hey, we have a fantastic community Discord server linked in the description below where we discuss these things further. Definitely check that out. Alright, let's get straight into it. Veritex Holdings Incorporated, a company most of you might know under its stock ticker VBTX, has just filed a report detailing a special meeting of its shareholders. The main event here is a proposed merger, a big deal where Veritex is set to join forces with Huntington Bancshares Incorporated. Think of it like one company becoming part of a larger one. This isn't just a casual handshake, this is a formal process requiring shareholder approval. And that is what this report is all about. The first and most crucial item on the agenda was the Veritex merger proposal. This was to get the official stamp of approval from the shareholders for Veritex to merge with and become part of Huntington. The agreement for this merger was ironed out back in July, and now the people who own pieces of Veritex, the shareholders, got to cast their votes. And the results are pretty clear. We see a massive number of votes for the merger with 4,426,3,668 votes. On the other hand, there were only 9,700 votes against it. This pretty much tells us that shareholders are on board with this merger happening. It is a decisive victory for the proposed deal. Next up was a vote on what is called the Veritex compensation proposal. Now, this is a bit of a tricky one. It is an advisory vote, meaning it is advisory, not binding. Shareholders were asked to give their opinion on the compensation that might be paid out to the top executives, the named executive officers, in connection with this merger. Essentially, it is a way for shareholders to voice their feelings about the golden parachutes or retention bonuses that might come with such a big change. The results here show a significant split. While 35,806,269 votes were in favour, a considerable 8,015,286 votes were against. This indicates some shareholders might have concerns about how the top brass are being compensated during this transition. It is a noteworthy chunk of dissent, even if the vote isn't legally binding. Finally, there was Proposal 3. The Veritex adjournment proposal. This is a bit of a safety net vote. It is to give the company the option to postpone the meeting if, say, they didn't have enough votes to approve the merger. It is like saying, if we reshort votes, we can ask for more time to convince people. But here is the kicker. Even though shareholders voted to approve this adjournment proposal with 4,325,3950 votes for it, they didn't actually need to use it. Why? Because, as we saw with Proposal 1, the merger itself got a resounding thumbs up. So, the adjournment was approved in principle, but ultimately unnecessary in practice because the main event went through smoothly. Now, let's put on our Warren Buffett hats and look at what this all means. Veritex Holdings VBTX is essentially transitioning from being an independent entity to becoming a part of Huntington Bancshares. This shareholder approval is a critical step, meaning the deal is moving forward. From a strategic perspective for Huntington, acquiring Veritex likely means expanding their market reach, potentially into new geographies or customer segments. For Veritex shareholders, this vote signals an endorsement of the terms of the deal and the cash or stock they will receive as part of the merger. However, what is interesting is the split vote on the executive compensation proposal. This hints at a potential disconnect or at least differing opinions among shareholders about executive pay versus the overall company performance or deal value. While the merger itself was overwhelmingly approved, this advisory vote on compensation is a signal that management should pay attention to shareholder sentiment regarding how rewards are distributed, especially during times of significant corporate change. It is a reminder that even in successful mergers, the details of how value is shared can be a point of contention. Looking deeper, the fact that the merger proposal received such strong support implies confidence in the rationale behind the deal. It suggests that shareholders believe it will create long-term value. The relatively few votes against suggests that the majority see the benefits outweighing any perceived risks. So, what is the bottom line here? Veritex is on its way to being absorbed by Huntington. The shareholders have spoken, and they are largely in favour of this new chapter. The most important takeaway is the clear mandate to proceed with the merger, underscoring a belief in the strategic benefits and financial future under the Huntington umbrella. The compensation vote, while advisory, is a noise that boards of directors usually heed, so it will be interesting to see if any adjustments are made, or if it simply serves as feedback for future dealings. Alright, that is our breakdown of Veritex Holdings' latest filing. What is your take on this merger and what it signals for the company? Do you think this is a good move for shareholders? Drop your thoughts in the comments below if this analysis was valuable to you. Hitting that like button really helps us out. And of course, subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And don't forget to check out our Discord server in the description to continue the conversation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Corporate Decoder.